Looking for your next Switch platforming adventure? I've spent countless hours jumping, running, and occasionally rage quitting through the best 3D platformers. And today I'm sharing my top 10 picks. Whether you're a completionist collector or just want something fun to play with friends, I've got you covered. If you like the video, hit that subscribe button. I keep coming back to Super Mario Odyssey. It's wild. You're running around these massive worlds where everything could be a potential tool or platform. I spent hours just throwing my hat at random things to see what would happen. There's this moment when you first possess a T-Rex that's just mind-blowing. Each kingdom feels completely different from the last. You go from a realistic city with actual humans to a world made entirely of food. The way you chain moves together becomes second nature, and before you know it, you're pulling off these incredible combinations just for fun. The best part? Those 800 plus moons all feel unique to collect. Kirby's Forgotten Land took me by surprise. Everyone was joking about Kirby eating a car in the trailer, but that's just the beginning of the weird stuff you can do. My favorite is when he becomes a vending machine. You just waddle around shooting cans at enemies. The whole post-apocalyptic world is strangely beautiful, with abandoned malls and theme parks to explore. It starts pretty easy, but the challenges ramp up nicely in the late game. The co-op mode is great too. My younger cousin joined in as Bandana Waddle Dee, and we had a blast tackling the bosses together. All of Kirby's classic copy abilities feel fresh in 3D. Playing 3D World with friends is pure chaos. There's always that one person, usually me, who accidentally picks up another player and throws them off a cliff. The levels are perfectly designed for both solo and group play, with enough power-ups and secrets to keep everyone engaged. Then Bowser's Fury comes along and completely changes things up. You're exploring this open lake world when suddenly the sky goes dark and this massive Bowser appears. It's intense. The way you collect cat shines and gradually unlock new areas keeps you coming back for more, even after Bowser's temper tantrums have scared you half to death. It Takes Two was a hard sell to my gaming buddies. Hey, want to play this game about a divorcing couple turned into dolls? Sounds weird, right? But it became our favorite co-op experience. Every level throws something completely new at you. You never know if you'll be piloting half of a spaceship or playing a squirrel warfare strategy game. The whole time you're shouting things like, "Wait, what button do I press?" Or, "That's what you were trying to do." What makes it special is how the story and gameplay work together. Even the emotional moments feel earned because you're working through them with your partner.
Looks like we have to solve it?
I helped her with it the other night. This'll be easy.
A Hat in Time feels like a love letter to classic platformers while doing its own thing. There's this spooky level where you can't make any noise, and I caught myself holding my breath in real life. The movement feels so good that you'll find yourself just running and jumping around for fun. Each world has its own theme and gameplay style. One minute you're solving a murder mystery on a train, the next you're starring in a crazy movie production. The charm comes through in every detail, from the way your character shows different expressions to the silly voice acting. It runs pretty well on Switch too.
This lead nowhere. Mafia need to take care of this Mafia style. Prepare to feel what Mafia do to old ladies. That's all you got?
Hey, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this look at some of Switch's finest games, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Let me know in the comments which of these games you've played or are excited to try. Now, let's continue with our lineup. I was skeptical about Sonic Frontiers at first. Open world Sonic? Really? But there's something satisfying about just running around these huge islands, figuring out all these weird ruins and challenges. Sometimes the camera goes wild when you're going too fast, and yeah, the frame rate can get choppy on Switch. But when everything clicks, it feels amazing. The combat system is actually pretty deep once you unlock more moves. Those Titan battles are epic. Climbing up these massive creatures while dodging attacks makes you feel like you're in some kind of anime fight scene. Just don't expect it to run as smooth as other versions. Crash 4 might be the most I've ever sworn at a game. I've lost count of how many times I've died trying to get perfect runs on levels, but it's got that one more try factor that keeps you coming back. The masks that let you flip gravity or slow time add this whole new layer of how am I supposed to do this moments. I've definitely woken up my roommate yelling after finally beating a tough section. The different playable characters help mix things up when you need a break from Crash, and those inverted levels, they'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Blue Fire came out of nowhere for me. Found it on sale and thought, why not? Now I'm obsessed with mastering these void challenges. They're like floating obstacle courses that test everything you've learned. You'll fail the same jump 50 times, but that 51st attempt when you finally nail it, pure joy. The combat's pretty good too, even if it took me a while to get used to it. The world has this dark, mysterious vibe that really pulls you in. It's not perfect. Some areas can get a bit confusing to navigate, but the core gameplay loop of exploring, fighting, and platforming just works. Spyro Reignited is like comfort food in game form. They've updated everything to look and feel modern, but it's still the same game that made me love 3D platformers as a kid. Just gliding around collecting gems is somehow still satisfying after all these years. Each dragon you rescue has their own personality. Some are helpful, others are just sassy. The 3 games in the package each have their own feel. The first is pure exploration, the second adds more mini-games, and the third mixes things up with multiple playable characters. Perfect for when you want something chill but engaging. Blob 2 is my go-to game when I need to relax. There's something zen about painting everything in sight while the music builds up with each splash of color. You can play with motion controls, but honestly, I prefer the standard setup. The puzzles aren't too demanding, but they make you think about color mixing in clever ways. Watching a gray, lifeless level transform into this vibrant, musical playground never gets old. They even added co-op where one player controls movement and the other handles painting. It's not revolutionary, but sometimes you just want to bring some color into the world. Hey, let me know what you think about these games. Maybe you've played some and have a different take, or maybe something here caught your eye. Drop a comment, let's chat about it. See you in the next one.